Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 25 minutes away from 10 o'clock on Saturday night. The calendar might tell you it's springtime, and to look out the window today, it was sunny, looking. You'd think it was spring, but it's telling a different story when you're outside. I was umpire at a GA match at 4:30 this afternoon in Fiorte, and I didn't bring gloves and I didn't bring a cap, but I had to get a cap, and a woolly one at that, before it started. They should blow the head off you. And it was spitting rain during the match. Jesus, land is awful wet, and no cattle let out of sheds at all or nothing. Farmers are suffering big time. I don't know what's going to happen. Football fields as well, mucky and sticky and not great. The going was heavy. I hope to God it changes very fast, for everyone's sake. A shout out to new bus comers before I go any further. Amanda McKeary, Porrick Mannion, Sandra Seed, Harry Yeoman, Gary Wade, Dr. Steelhammer. Don't be using that hammer, Dr. Steelhammer. We might have to get you a little plastic one. And Dave Sudhurst. You're all very welcome. Any that hasn't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and like the videos if you choose to. I don't say that too often, but somebody said it to me over the weekend. I don't say it enough, but everyone knows the story on YouTube. We had what today? We had great start to the flat campaign with the nap going in. Sharian won snug enough. It has come on a sight, that horse. Had the down in class, you see, made the difference. Water finds its own level. I seen that race before I went. I listened to the Lincoln, and I'm only after watching a few minutes though. Just we were in pole position at the furlong pole, but I'm not so sure about that jockey. He finished 7th. He definitely should have been 6th. He wasn't too busy. I thought he'd fall off at one stage. I was a bit disappointed the each way money wasn't back with that. Latam ran a great race. That was between the two of them. I should have stuck probably with the bus horse. And I seen the result of the one, Willie Mullins's. Drifted like a barge today. When Mullins's drifts from 9-4 out to 6-1, it's a no-hoper. So we won't be going near that again. And the one I mentioned on the video and forgot to write up, one, it was 9s or 10s this morning. What was it? Jimmy Tutty's horse. It won at 17-2. That went on the ground. Look back smiling. Important to be able to go run on soft or heavy ground. Anyway, I have a couple for tomorrow. We'll just have a quick look first. The Louisiana Derby is on tonight at 11:15. That's about an hour's time. I was just looking at that's what delayed me actually getting the video up. I see Coolmore colours or the Hall of Fame there, and it's fierce well bred by Gunrunner out of a Giants Causeway mare, and Steve Asmussen. But it had a good run. It ran very well in its maiden, but the last day on a sloppy track. I don't know, we can't discount maybe that run, so it should run pretty well, that Hall of Fame, on the breeding alone. That race that I was on about was won by the favourite tonight, French Phantom. Sierra Leone was French Phantom was second. Track Phantom. But the horse that was third had run well enough too on a good surface prior to that, and it gets closed. The door gets closed on it here about 150 yards from the line. Keep an eye on the blue. It's on the left hand side.
The inside as they turn for home after 3/4 in 1 minute 14.74 seconds. Track Phantom charging on the outside is Resilience. Hall of Fame flattens out. Chasing Freedom trying to keep a straight path, and Sierra Leone charging hard on the outside. It's Track Phantom, Resilience, chasing Freedom in tight quarters between horses. Sierra Leone on the outside for Tyler Gaffalione. Sierra Leone, Track Phantom down.
That's the favourite for the Kentucky Derby. The one that finished third there got squeezed out, Catching Freedom. It likes a good surface. The favourite is drawn in 12. It likes to front run. If it doesn't get an easy lead, it could be in bother. It's by Quality Road. Asmussen as well. Flavian Pratt rides for Catching Freedom for Brad Cox. That you could nearly. I'm going to back that, I think, because it could get a better position on the turn for home. 7-2, 4-1. And I might do an exact between the two of them. Be interesting how Hall of Fame runs. They can see that last run there. Sure, there's pure go. Muck they were running on. They run in the Liffey River. Anyway, on to tomorrow. I'll leave the nap until last. First race up, so tomorrow. Stress-free. That's what it's like. You're stress-free if we can get a winner a day. A fellow just said that to me one time. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. A winner a day keeps the bank manager away from looking for money off you. Stressful for an inform. Dennis O'Meara, he's 5 out of 20 there in the last 14 days, 25% strike rate. It won on heavy ground. It's lightly enough raced. It won on soft ground in France before it came over. 3 runs last year. Was improving all the time. He only went up £4 for his last run from 81 up to 85. Danny Tudd in the bike tomorrow. That in Sheward, that's for James Fanshawe. That just run out in Shat 10. It has 2 runs on the all-weather. So we don't know how it's going to act on heavy ground tomorrow. There's the door is for an out of forum yard, 0 for 18. Can't touch that. Where are we here? And the rest, there's one we backed a couple of last year, Tashizu, but an out of form yard as well. So the bet is that stressful. I was betwixt and between. If you hear me out, you can make up your own mind. Ali Dancer won this race last year off the same mark as it's running tomorrow. And it's by who? Fast Company. You know how I like the fast companies in the muck. But the only thing about it is, and it's, when you take into consideration the jockey, it's running off a mark £7 lower. But he's never ridden the winner. I know nothing about him. Curtis Wilson Ruddock. He's 11 lifetime rides and he only finished third once. So I don't know. You see, that jockey we had on today as well, that £5 claimer, just he was brutal, I thought, up the stretch. So it's hard to know tomorrow, but a horse that will go all right and has Derek Allen up is Roach Power. That's by Ribchester. Ribchester loved getting his toe in. That'll go fairly well tomorrow. Maybe that each way if anyone is dying for a bet in that race tomorrow. It's improving all the time. Loves won heavy ground and soft ground, and it won on good to soft. But if I was more confident about the jockey, the Ali's Dancer probably it won well enough last year on it. Anyway, the Veterans Chase tomorrow for lovers of the national hunt scene. 2 for Gold won this race last year as a 10-year-old, and it's an 11-year-old now, but it runs very well in Ascot. As we'll see now, won this last year, and then it was off 150, and it's 149. David Bass was riding at that. David Bass on it again. He was second in Ascot on soft ground in November 2023. That wasn't a veteran's chase. Good horses in behind him there. So runs well at the track. And we look back again earlier in its career. Where are we? To second to Fakir Dairies in a Grade 1 in 2022. And it was second to Copperhead in 2020. The only time that the money was in a listed bumper when it was a baby. So it's an each way bet at 5-1 in the hope that course will ignite a good run out of it. 9-2, 5-1. Nap of the day comes at Naas in a 3-year-old only handicap race, and the Dark Viper came from the Richard Hannon yard in the UK. 64 down to 60. It's off the same mark tomorrow. And he was up against an all-age race. There was a good gamble on a Joachim Martin Brasl's first run, Mincy Diamond. That's him here. We're in behind in the white cap and the red with the white dots on it. He'll go over to the left. The grey horse will take the lead. The jockey isn't too busy on him.
Between horses, a switch course to the centre of the track. Spread across, racing to the final furlong. Down force, Master Garvey. Here comes Marisi Diamond with a wet sail. Dark Viper over on the far side. Then Geegan pressing in Bright Image. The stray sot next. And it's Marisi Diamond who's come racing through the field. A go away with the Cavalor Equine Nutrition Handicap. Marisi Diamond signed off. Signs on a kind of winner in emphatic style. From Dark Viper, Master Garvey. Down force, Bright Image next.
It was actually money for the last. It was 40s into 18s. Back against its own age group tomorrow. Like the other ones there. That was six furlongs and heavy. He's back up to. Was it the only 3-year-old in the race? No, there was another one. There was 2, there was 3, there was 4, there was 5. But it was way ahead of the other ones. Anyway. I'd expect that to run, if provided it doesn't come to somebody. He looked a big old enough old horse there. 9-4. Green Bookie has disappeared on us altogether. It's actually a 2-1 shot with the Green Bookie. Now we'll get this into the oven. No going out tonight. 50-50 whether I'll go to Celtic Park in Derry in the morning for it's a 1:45 game. Not so sure. I thought Derry might put out a second string team, but Mickey Hart decides against that. He's fairly strong tomorrow, so I'd say we'll be up against it big time. We'll probably be going down to Division 2 the way it looks, unless it's a miracle. Anyway, get this in the oven. Bash the bookies over and out.